You can't come to E3 with something like the PlayStation 3 under your arm and not expect to attract massive attention and naturally some hardball questions. Well, luckily, the Executive Vice President of Sony Computer Entertainment America, Jack Tretton, is not the kind of guy who's going to shy away from that kind of pressure. So joining us now is Jack. Jack, how are you?
Good, Jeff. Good to see you.
So you are having such a great week, I think. You know, the PlayStation 3 unveiling just wowed people earlier in the week. Why do you think people responded so positively to what you showed for PS3?
Well, I look at it as 20 years in this industry has gone by so incredibly fast. Technology moves so quickly in this business, but really the last 9 months has been what I consider to be the perfect wave, you know, the renaissance, a time that we'll never see again, in that we announced the redesigned PlayStation 2 and shipped that out to market, and we expected to attract a lot of consumers with that, but given the fact that we were already in 1 in 4 US households, we were kind of going after the few people who hadn't jumped on board. Right. We were thrilled to see that a lot of PlayStation 2 owners went back to buy the redesigned PlayStation 2. They loved that so much, and we haven't been able to catch up with demand with that ever since. Even though we've been out there for 5 holiday seasons, we just can't seem to catch up with demand with PlayStation 2. Then you have the PSP debut just 7 short weeks ago, generating $400 million in sales at retail in 6 short weeks, and then we follow that up with the PS3 press announcement. So, a pretty exciting
Why do you think
period.
people were so blown away by what they saw? I mean, was it just, you know, because your competitors are talking about how they think, you know, the next generation is starting this year with the Xbox 360. You guys have sort of a different view, I think, right?
Oh, no question about it. I think the next generation begins when we say it does. I mean, it's all about delivering a quantum leap in technology, and I think if you look back to the original PlayStation and what people were experiencing on 16-bit machines, when they saw the original PlayStation, their jaw dropped, and everybody says, well, this is as good as it gets, myself included, man. We'll never see technology like this. How can you top this?
Right, but
5 years later, PlayStation 2 drops everybody's jaw. So I guess the point I was trying to make is quantum leap in technology. The most naive consumer could look at that and go, my God, this is just
I was impressed, but you know, one thing that Microsoft's focused on is software and services with their Xbox Live. A lot of people have been asking, you know, what Sony is going to do with their online strategy. You guys talked a little bit about it, an idea called PlayStation World. Are you guys going to have sort of a unified online strategy coming forward? Because Microsoft is saying, you know, that's going to be one of their big competitive advantages. What's your response to that?
I think our motto is under-promise and over-deliver. So online gaming for console gamers is kind of a new experience. You know, you're talking about 30 million plus consumers playing in North America on PlayStation 2, but really only a couple of million people that can consider themselves online gamers. So it's still in its infancy stages, but I think the difference is we haven't forced people initially to be a broadband player. They could be an analog player. We haven't forced people to subscribe to a service, so we really want to spoon feed it to them in the way that they want to get it. We don't want to force a publisher to get on with a mass service. We just don't think that's the way to go.
It's a smart plan. Now, you guys showed some great demos for PS3. One of them that I really liked was a new game from Insomniac. The Ratchet Clank guys now have this sort of interesting first-person shooter, sort of looks like a mix between Half-Life 2, Call of Duty. Tell me about sort of that idea of, you know, putting a team like Insomniac, which is used to doing sort of these almost, you know, kiddie games, onto something that looks very mature. What was the decision behind that?
Well, Ted Price is absolutely a genius, and his team over there has done an incredible job, and we've been fortunate to work exclusively with those guys back to the original PlayStation. As you said, they brought the Spyro franchise to us there, and they brought Ratchet Clank, but I guess the little-known secret is that's the type of game that Ted's always wanted to do, and he feels that this is the right canvas to paint it on, so we're really excited what his team's going to bring for PS3.
Right. Now, I know there were some other demos that were shown there. There was Killzone. A lot of people were excited about that. People were wondering, though, you know, was some of the stuff real? Was it CGI? It looked so good. I mean, what was the sense from you? Is there some stuff in there that's just, you know, computer smoke and mirrors?
It's definitely real. I guess we're pretty good at keeping secrets because the dev kits were out there. The dev kits are very intuitive, so people did some incredible things. And that's one thing Ted wanted to make sure everybody understood. That is real gameplay everybody's seeing out there. And I think the other advantage
So it is gameplay. All that stuff is all gameplay?
And I mean, beyond great gameplay, I think we have the opportunity to tap into worldwide development resources. Because when you mention something like Killzone, that's from our sister company over in Europe.
It looked pretty amazing, though. I was impressed. Now, you guys are doing PS3 stuff, but you're also keeping development on PS2 for first party. I wanted to ask you about that strategy, because Microsoft has abandoned their first-party Xbox development. Are we going to see, I mean, a lot more PS2 games coming from first party, new franchises?
No question about it. We proved with the original PlayStation, this is a 10-year product life cycle, and the two platforms can coexist nicely together. We're going to sell a lot more PS2s after PS3 debuts, and the key is bringing good content. That's what drives hardware sales. And if you have compelling first-party content, you can know that you can differentiate your platform from your competition. So we really believe first-party development resource is the key to success.
That's amazing. Well, I can't wait to hear more about PS3. Hopefully there'll be more news soon.
Oh, absolutely.
Excellent. All right, well, thanks, Jack.